All right. Well, the wild and wonderful and just tipsy topsy off season of Deshaun Watson continues. Seems like since January, the Houston Texans front office has said repeatedly that they weren't going to trade Deshaun Watson, and now, much like the CDC and their guidance on masks, well, the Houston Texans have flip flopped, and Deshaun Watson is now they are now looking to trade him. We know Deshaun Watson. It seems like he hasn't been happy for a little bit now, and then you had the civil lawsuits that got filed. Now we have 10 police complaints against Deshaun Watson. Um, Houston obviously is just not in a good position as far as just they don't have that great of a roster outside of Watson. We know DeAndre Hopkins got traded last year. Bill O'Brien axed. David Culley is now the head coach. Drink Deshaun Watson in the offseason. Now he's going to get traded. Are you surprised by this at all? And where do you think he'll end up?
Okay. Hey, Jay, can you look under your seat right quick?
Yes.
Okay. Appreciate that. You see anything under there?
Uh, no, not
Oh,
nothing you're looking for. I don't think.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a little confused. I thought we was on Oprah. I thought you was gonna find a Deshaun Watson lawsuit under your seat. My bad. I'm sorry about that. You get a lawsuit. You get a lawsuit. All right, cool. You know, whatever. No big deal. With that said, you know, I had to do it. I'm sorry, man. I had to do
I was
it.
thinking more. I was thinking more of a Maury type thing, like, and you are not guilty of whatever they said you were.
Well, the way they was handing out them lawsuits, I thought we was winning prizes. It was a new one every day. So this is good news for Deshaun Watson. The fact that now you're starting to hear the trade talks come back, because remember Deshaun Watson said he didn't want to be there. They hired this coach from Home Depot. Deshaun Watson said, "I really don't want to be here now." Just because you went and found somebody with a little flavor to him,
Right.
don't mean I
Yep.
want to be here.
That's right.
So then he went back and said, "I don't want to be here," and then out of nowhere, he touched me. He did this. Oh my God, that's him. All right, cool. Then the lawsuits came, 14, 15 over times 3. And then we didn't hear anything else about trade. So let's just say Deshaun Watson's stock went ice cold. It lost everybody money. And, you know, he's kind of been in the background. He's been doing his thing. Then recently it came out that the NFL did open an investigation on the situation. And, you know, within the investigation, they did interview some of the ladies. I'm not quite sure if they told all the genders, but they interviewed some of the people that alleged against Deshaun Watson. And through their time of doing the interviews, I think as time has gone, it's been realized that these allegations might not be as solid as we thought they were in the beginning. I think as time has gone, now teams have done enough research, they have done enough due diligence to say, yo, hey, Deshaun's still on the trade deadline. He's still on the trade block. We want him. Let us know what you want. We want him. We want him. He's still there. We want him. Because we think this case ain't really up to snuff. So we want him. So I think Deshaun Watson will be traded. I don't foresee him throwing a pass for the Houston Texans. I just don't do it. I don't see it. Now, the bigger question is, where will he be the quarterback? Which, you know, most of the teams are set in on their young, you know, signal caller. But you always got a team out there like, are we fully sold on, you know, I always throw out Chicago. Like, are we fully sold on Chicago? Do we believe that Justin Fields, you know, he's gonna just win out that job and he's gonna be, you know, set? Who's another team I was thinking about? The 49ers had crossed my mind, but I think they got their own little conundrum going there, so I leave that alone. But the Raiders, there we go, the Raiders. They go a team I think Deshaun Watson can walk right in and be the starting quarterback for, and I don't think anybody lose in the sleep about it. So with that said, you have teams that's gonna be suitors. It's very hard for me to answer the question, but since you asked me the question, I gotta put some on the wax. And so, with that said, I'm thinking a team like maybe like the Raiders, a team that doesn't have a clear cut starter. Um, maybe you go down and you make the situation in Miami a little funky. You say, "Hey, Tua, I mean, you gonna give us some? You gonna give us some? Should I just move in your old buddy, your old pal Deshaun Watson? Like, you want to do something here? Like, you want to make a couple plays? You want to play with a little consistency? You know." So I think it'll be one of those teams like that Deshaun Watson go to. But like I said, to the first part of your question, I think he get traded. I think now there's enough information out there where teams can feel comfortable about, asking about his services, and that's what we're seeing now. But I do think Deshaun Watson be wearing another football jersey by the beginning of the season.
Yeah, it's been going in the wrong direction for a while in Houston ever since. I think it started with the DeAndre Hopkins trade. I thought that was just a clear cut signal that I was on record saying because this was before he signed his big contract. I was like, I wouldn't do it now. They don't look like they have your best your best interest in mind right now. They trading away arguably the best wide receiver in football, and the chemistry those two guys had developed, in the past few years is, almost about second to none. So I wouldn't have signed a contract, but he signs the contract, and then, things go sideways. They not winning. And then, now he's like, oh, well, yeah, I want to be involved in the GM process. And like, I know we just finished talking about like Aaron Rodgers and how he wanted to be involved, but like there's levels to this. Like you gotta build up to that. And I know we both really like Deshaun Watson. I think he's around the top 5, like a fringe top 5 guy in this league. But I think you don't get to pick the GM now. Like you gotta cool it there. And like I know he's like, oh, I didn't want this Nick Caserio guy. Well, you remember the Texans wanted Caserio for before last year. Like I think they waited on him, and they actually we're actually gonna gap the general manager position. Like we won't even have a GM, and we'll let Hole in the Chin, Bill O'Brien. He'll dual hat both roles, and we saw that just was a disaster. Like the dude, he inconsistent and like can't get the team play right. He can't get the team consistently playing from week to week, and now you want him to be the GM too and be in charge of personnel. So. But now, it kind of makes sense. Like they waited that long to get him. Now they got him. Like, okay, Deshaun, I get it. But like, okay, we'll throw you here. You want a black head coach? Here go a black head coach. All right, we did it. Check in the box. We did it. But I mean, he obviously, feeling some type of way about like, oh, I'm not involved in the process and everything. So I get some of the frustration, obviously the off the field, the lawsuits with all the different allegations. I think initially we both kind of thought like something like was kind of fishy about all of it. And then I felt like we kind of like both backed off because it's just like, oh my God, it looked like, it was like 6. And now it's like the next day it's like, oh, we got 22 of them. Like, whoa. All right, we got to, let us fall back full of it. Y'all let's do the investigations. Let's do everything. Now it's 10 police complaints. I mean, I don't know what I don't know about that. And I'm unsure of how that's going to go. I know you've you've been listening through the grapevine and, maybe there's something there. Maybe it's not. I feel better if we just wait and see on that. But as far as like where he should go and who should be interested, I'm not going to, sneeze at the options you laid out there. I think John Gruden should be interested. If I'm Miami, I would leave it alone if I'm Miami. I think you go with Tua and you don't. I wouldn't muddy that situation up any more than it was last season with him and Fitzpatrick. So I give the guy a full season. You drafted him for a reason. Let's go with it. I think, but there's 3. I think there's 3 that I look at. I'm always looking at Denver. They've been looking far and wide, high and low since the retirement of Peyton Manning. So, same way I was excited. Oh, Aaron Rodgers trade rumors. Oh, here come Denver. Same thing with Deshaun Watson. If we get the legal stuff, hopefully, the guy is innocent of this stuff, I take him in a heartbeat if you tell me that. But I also think two other destinations, Washington over here. Washington need a quarterback. You put Deshaun Watson on Washington tomorrow, Washington is a shoe-in for the NFC East. Ain't no doubt about it. And then the other one I would say is Minnesota. I mean, listen, Minnesota been flopping around for years now with just subpar, fringe averageness at quarterback with the Case Keenums of the world, and now Kirk Cousins getting somehow fleecing this team for more money, and it's just not doing much of anything. I mean, how much? What else could you ask for with Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen, and you had Stephon Diggs, but we lost Stephon Diggs. But look at this, a brand new Justin. You call him Jordan, Justin Jefferson. No, and we still can't do nothing. So Deshaun Watson just rolling there tomorrow. It's an easy W. Those are the three destinations. They should be interested. Like I said, hopefully the legal stuff gets cleared up and the guy's innocent. I really do want to say that. I don't want to just. But in the end, it kind of gets the feeling like some of this stuff, like even if maybe there's a little something there, but like I feel like the NFL players, they kind of get held to a little bit of a different standard. Like we're gonna sweep some of this stuff away just for the fact, get them in there. We need to win games. Like we'll look the other way on some of this stuff. Now we know about there's some video. You know about the video with the Ray Rice and everything, but we haven't seen any of that. So we just gotta look the information and what we have. We got to go off that. We don't have none of that, and I hope we don't get to none of that. I really don't.